Hey you guys, Chelsea Coffey here with the Coffee Break. How you doing? Today I want to talk about revamping the morning routine. So anybody who knows me knows that I'm a stone cold night owl. I've definitely had to find a way to fit into um, this lifestyle where you get up early and you work during the day and then you have to go to bed at a decent time so you can get back with all the early people who work during the day. So to say the least, it doesn't come naturally to me, but I understand the importance of it. So I've done a lot of research and I've tried a few different things, and some of it is actually starting to work. So I wanted to share this, for any of my fellow night owls or just anyone who has a tough time getting up in the morning and they just need something new. Number one actually starts with nighttime. Find a way to be intentional about winding down. A problem that I've had for the longest time is that I crash. Like normally I go to bed working and then I'm so frustrated with myself because I wake up and like a light will be on, or I'll like be in, like a weird position where it's like I might have a crick in my neck or something like that because I didn't put myself to bed. So and part of that is making my to-do list. So this is something that I'm not always all that good about, but when I do it, I see the difference. I actually start my to-do list off with highlights so that you can start off kind of patting yourself on the back, and I really think it's a great tool to making that to-do list less daunting because you're already celebrating a couple of things that went right throughout the day. So for instance, part of my day today was to put together a PowerPoint for my nonprofit Mia's Closet. So when I make my to-do list for tomorrow, it's going to be such a great relief to see, okay, well, cool, I was able to knock out that. What am I going to take on tomorrow? Number two would be to keep everything in the same place. Anybody who knows me knows my keys, I keep them in the same place because I can't keep up with them. I know that if they don't go back in that same exact spot, that I'm going to have to, be looking for it, and that's just going to cost me more time in the morning or whenever it is that I'm running out of the door. Pick a place and have it there so it's almost like a reflex to check for it, because in the morning, I don't know about you guys, but like I'm just doing the best I can with what I've got, and I need as many things to be automatic and already set in place as possible. Another thing, I probably should have tagged this on to number one, but part of me putting myself to bed is changing what I do before I go to bed. So, I do my highlights, I do my to-do list, but my new thing is I'm really trying to be better about having a designated time to read, because with social media and texting and emails and just all these different things, I hate that feeling that like I'm kind of getting sucked into like a time warp with my phone, and next thing I know, like 20 minutes will have gone by and I'll be thinking to myself, gosh, I can't believe this much time passed. I could have been asleep half an hour ago. I'm freaking on Twitter, looking at whatever. So it's really important to disconnect a little bit and put yourself to bed. So part of what I've done is I've carved out a period of time where it's like I'm gonna read before I go to bed. And then when I wake up in the morning, before I touch anything, I'm going to actually do my devotional. That's really important to me. I'm not going to look at any emails. I'm not going to check my phone. I'm not going to check for text messages. I'm not going to get on social media. And then also something that I notice is my eyes have a really hard time adjusting to the light of my phone screen. So even if I like turn it down, it's still uncomfortable, and I don't like that feeling because your body needs time to wake up. So the next best thing is just to eliminate it altogether. Four, this is one that literally has like gotten me by in life for as long as I can remember. Whenever I have like a full-time job or I have like to be somewhere early in the morning, I pick out my outfit the night before. I have to, for two reasons. One, because it helps me move quicker in the morning, and two, because really early in the morning, like especially if I'm working like a full-time job where I have to be getting up like every morning at like 6 or something like that, the earlier I have to get up, the weirder my sense of style is. I don't know what it is, but I'm like a stone cold, like super fashion fanatic really early in the morning. Like there have been times where I've done my look of the day for early in the morning, and it wasn't until like I saw the picture that I realized, like, oh my God, what am I wearing? Like, what was I thinking when I put that together? Do not be at the mercy of your early morning fashion sense. Like, you don't want that story, trust me. And then also, it's kind of good because it helps you, like, start your day feeling good. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes when I'm putting together a look and I feel too rushed, sometimes they actually come out, fabulous, to be honest with you. But sometimes, like, it like plays into the psyche of like, oh, did I look good today? Like, you look good, you feel good, it like all rolls together, Build a wardrobe that allows you to be able to pick fairly easily. So different staples, like for me, having dresses, like I'm not really like a dress girl, but it's an automatic outfit pretty much. Like if you have a couple of like really good, like fairly simple dresses in your closet, on those mornings where like you, whatever happened, if for some reason you didn't have your outfit picked out, or you get up and you look at it and you're like, I just don't feel like wearing that today. If you have like 5 to 10 solid dresses, you can go in there, snatch that dress, and you get to the office and it's just like, hey, you guys already know what it is if I'm wearing this dress. But at least you got to the office and at least you're able to move fast because you had those staples. I would definitely recommend having a good black blazer, having those staples in your wardrobe that aren't going to take too much out of you to put together. Like make it a uniform. Just some days out of the week, I have something put together. Something else that I used to do, but I really like to keep my closet organized, is if it doesn't bother you or if you have a space for it, actually think about like going into your closet and like making like mini outfits, like just a top, a jacket, a top, a sweater. You know, just put those different outfits there in your closet so that when you're really rushing and you're tired of wearing your dresses and you're like the dress girl at work, go ahead and actually have those outfits prepped, and then they're just there to pull whenever it is that you need to grab something. That's really good for on the go. That's also really good for if you have plans for after work and you won't have time to go home and change, especially for people who live in like a big city where it's just a pain to have to commute and go back and forth. Like have those preset items put in place so that you just grab them and then you can go. So if getting up for work isn't enough of an incentive for you, like maybe you're having like, you know, a busy week at work and you're just trying to get through it, layer in different things to look up forward to getting up in the morning. So say for instance, something that I've had to do to help me with getting up in the morning is like I had to get a workout partner because I knew, one, I don't really like working out like that, and then two, it's great to start your day like that productive. Like it's a great thing to be able to check off your list. So find things to layer into your morning so that you can go to sleep looking forward to it. So say for instance, when I was working full-time before, I didn't have the flexibility to work out in the morning, and by flexibility, I just couldn't get up. You know, this video is not like a cure-all, it's just helping you through the storm. But now that I'm working for myself, it's great because I have structured that into part of my day. But back when I was commuting, you kind of have to find different ways around it. So say for instance, if you have like an hour commute, even half an hour, I was driving sometimes an hour and a half in the morning. If you want to learn another language, like that's the perfect opportunity. So in the morning you can be like, man, like I have an hour and a half commute, but that's an hour and a half Spanish class for me to get even better at Spanish. Or I'm taking a trip to France. I want to be able to talk to the people when I get there. I'm going to have my French lessons in the morning. You know, just give yourself little metrics to be able to like push you forward, to get through the morning so that when you go to sleep, you have something to look forward to, or have like a call scheduled with your mom or your dad, or, you know, just do something that like becomes part of your lifestyle so that you start to think, oh, well, this isn't so bad. I look forward to doing, you know, whatever it is. Number 7, part of working for yourself is that you have to have a lot of discipline and you have to put a lot of boundaries and parameters in place for yourself. And one of the rules that I've done, like since I started that, is that I have to get up and get dressed in the morning. Like I don't let myself stay in bed past a certain point. I like to work from the bed, to be honest with you. It's a horrible habit and I just can't shake it. But past 8:30, I don't let myself stay in the bed and work because I have to get up, get dressed, and start making moves. And that's part of the reason why I would suggest kind of getting back to that whole thing about having something to look forward to in the morning. It holds you accountable. So something that I try to do is as many meetings as I can, I'll schedule them at like 8:30. So that way, like, I have to be up, or maybe 9. I have to be up, like, and I have to be moving, I have to be dressed. So that way I've already started my day, and it kind of forces me to, like, be in the grind of things, which is really helpful. Lunch and breakfast will slow you down every time. And trust me, from personal experience, I can say, when you're buying breakfast and lunch, it's like a significant siphon out of your paycheck. Like, that $5, $10, $12, $13 twice a day, like it adds up. So absolutely make it a priority to put together your portables, that's what I call them, you know, where you're making your breakfast the night before, making your lunch the night before, and have that stuff. So one, you already know what you're looking forward to. You're not going to be at the mercy of like whatever you find the next morning. And then two, so you can move faster and get out of the door knowing that you have it there. So let's take a step back. I started to notice that there was a correlation that basically any idea that I've ever had, for some reason, it seems that it always happens really late at night, like when I'm about to take like a shower, or if like I'm in the bathroom and like it's just completely quiet, and for some reason like that's the only time I can hear myself think. So, you know, at some point you kind of start to think to yourself, like, is it the water or is it the bathroom? Like, or maybe it's just the fact that that's the only time there's no music, there are no people talking, there's nothing going on. So the other day I was driving in the car and like I didn't have the music on. And I had like this idea, it was raining, so maybe I do need like a showering effect, I don't know. But it was raining and I had this idea come to me that I was just like, that's so smart. And I may have forgotten it. I should have wrote it down or called somebody. Dang. So meditating is great for that reason, because I feel like it's such a smooth way to go into and be able to tap into that place that I kind of always stumble into. So I just want to like find a way to, you know, find my center and really go there intentionally on a daily basis, so I can, you know, let that be part of guiding me through my decision making and whatever things I need to get through the course of my day. So I hope this was helpful. If you like what you saw, share it, take notes, feel free to write to me in the comment section below. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Chelsea_Lexa. Thanks for watching. Take care. You can forget everything else I said in the video. Like, be excited about what you're going to eat in the morning. Like, I literally go to the grocery store and I'm so intentional about the way I put my meals together. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a yogurt and some graham sticks, and I'm going to have like a little cheese, and I'm going to have a little quiche, and I get so excited about it, but then I go to bed and I'm like, tomorrow I have that great breakfast waiting for me, and the sooner I get up, the sooner I can have it. So just, you know, find different things. Like, if food is your thing, do that. I'll take my chances, I'll be dancing with my lover.